This is the best picture. This is my mother and my bride-to-be in the back of the church before they walked up the aisle. Did you ever see two
They are memories full of happiness, laughter, and bliss, but most of all, love.
We were making homemade pasta, and you have to roll it out. And we were in the middle of rolling out the pizza and bumping arms. And all at once I said, "Stop a minute." And she said, "What?" And I told her I loved her and asked her if she'd marry me.
Ed and Linda's love story began in 1963 in Livonia, Michigan.
I was searching for an apartment, and I found one that I liked that was convenient to work and so forth. The landlord said, "You can have number 14 in the back or number 4 in the front." And I said, "I'll take the one in the back, away from traffic." So he said, "Well, you got to check out number 4, then I'm going to rent it to a cute little blonde. You might end up marrying her." And I had furniture scheduled to be delivered. Their truck pulled up, and I started letting them in with the furniture, and it was girly furniture, a tea card, a rocking chair. And I'm like, no, this is not my furniture. So I look at the slip, and I said, "This belongs in number 4. So I ran around and knocked on number 4, and this bright-eyed, blue-eyed, flashy smile gal answered the door and said, "Hi, I'm Linda." So she rescued her furniture. And the very next day, my furniture went to her place. And she had to come around and knock on my door.
Did you ever think that your future wife would be just down the hall from you?
No, and when I was not looking or expecting. And I hadn't given up searching, but I was just like, I wasn't meeting anyone that really clicked.
Ed and Linda clicked right away. Their neighborly friendship turned romantic, and 2 years later, they wed.
I remember I walked around the front of the church. We were almost late getting there, my brother and I, because we went to the barber shop and got shaved. And so we walked around, and people had not gone into the church yet. So her family and my family were a beautiful day, just like this. They were all standing out there, and all at once someone hollered, "There he is," and they all started cheering. Oh, that's right, it's my day.
The next 41 years were what Ed describes an adventure. A job transfer brought Ed and Linda to Minnesota, where the Twin Cities quickly became home to their 3 beautiful girls.
What's the secret to a loving, successful marriage?
I think love is the key word to start with. Knowing we were first neighbors, and then we were friends, and then we got to know each other. And times were very different back then, because dating was dating. There wasn't a whole lot more to it. That was in the summer of 2006, because I remember we had to help Linda out and get her down the steps.
It's been nearly 11 years since Ed's wife lost her battle to ALS. To this day, Ed still wears his wedding ring.
What do you miss most about her?
Just her presence. We did everything together. Whether we were landscaping, mowing the lawn, we were out there. If she was sewing drapes, I was measuring and showing her where to cut. We cooked together, and we worked hard at keeping the spark in the romance.
Today, he sits on the bench he dedicated to his late wife, Linda.
Told the girls I wanted to do a bench, my girls, our girls. And so they worked on this, and I think Maria led the charge. Linda Delmore, her smile brightens our days, and her spirit inspires our lives. And I think I've worked hard to make sure that inspiration part stayed alive. So it's not where we sit around and cry that she's gone. We often laugh and say, "Oh my gosh, Mom would have done this, or Mom would have done that." And I see her in each one of the girls and in the 8 grandchildren in different ways. It can be a smile, it can be a gesture, it can be a comment. And I love that there's just a little, and it's always when you're not expecting it, it's just a little spark.